foundation for world government. Conglomerates will merge into one cohesive corporation that is responsible only to the needs of its global employment force.
Forbes, the most well-known business magazine in the world, claims that by March 2020 there were some 2,075 billionaires. Oxfam's report showed that 2/3 of all these billionaires obtained their fortune through inheritances and monopolies. So this means that Vanguard is in the hands of the richest families on Earth. If we study their history, we discover that these families have always belonged to the top of the pyramid, some even well before the Industrial Revolution began. Their history is so interesting and extensive, I will explain some more about them in the follow-up video that I'm currently working.
Let's have a look at the visible top of the power pyramid. There we have the Rothschild family. In short, this family owns most of the world. They own each and every central bank. They own the Federal Reserve. They control the International Monetary Fund. They control the World Health Organization. They financed both parties of every war since the war against Napoleon. They financed the Bolshevik Revolution. They financed Hitler and the Nazis. They financed the production of IBM's punching machines for an efficient prosecution of the Jews by the Nazis, and they had equities in Exxon and IG Farben, the dealers of Zyklon B gas for the Nazi gas chambers. The estimated net worth of the Rothschild family is $500 billion. When you have that much money and power, you can poke the chest of the Crown Prince of Great Britain like he's your bitch. And when you oppose their power and try to stop them from taking over your banking system by setting up a central bank in your country that loans money to you at insane interest rates that you can never pay back, so that your country becomes the eternal slave to the Rothschild banking system, as happened to every country around the world, you are either ousted or killed. Your country will be invaded and blown to smithereens in the name of democracy, supported by the mainstream media that portrays you as a dictator. The same applies to those who refuse to accept the almighty US petrodollar. Oh, and there's much more, but we'll leave that for another time.
Okay guys, check this out. Go to pubchem.com, the government website. Gives a lot of information about all the different viruses and everything that the government tests and all that kind of jazz. When you get there, go right right there where it says COVID-19. Click on that. Scroll down a little bit. It's the second name. I'm actually sorry. Click right there, that blue bar where it says compounds. That'll drop down a menu. All the way at the bottom where it says patents. Yep, patents for the COVID-19. Second name down. Look at that name. Rothschild. I think we all know who that is. Right? He's got a patent on the system and method for testing for COVID. When was that patent created? Look there, 2015.
Ignorance towards the federal income tax is a testament to how dumbed down and oblivious the American population really is. First of all, the federal income tax is completely unconstitutional, as it is a direct, unapportioned tax. All direct taxes have to be apportioned to be legal based on the Constitution. Secondly, the required number of states in order to ratify the amendment to allow the income tax was never met, and this has even been cited in modern court cases. Third, at the present day, roughly 25% of the average worker's income is taken via this tax. And guess where that money goes? It goes to pay the interest on the currency being produced by the fraudulent Federal Reserve Bank, a system that does not have to exist at all. The money you make working almost 3 months out of the year goes almost literally into the pockets of the international bankers who own the private Federal Reserve.
But in order not to elaborate too far, I will just point out that many of these families belong to royal bloodlines, and they are the founders of our banking system.
To a female attorney I knew, called me up one day and said, one of the Rockefellers would like to meet you. I made a video called Mad as Hell, and he'd seen the video and wanted to meet me. I knew I was ready to go to Nevada. Sure, I'd love to meet him. And I met him, and I liked him, and he was a very, very smart man. And we used to talk and share ideas and thoughts. And he's the one who told me 11 months before 9/11 ever happened that there was going to be an event. Never told me what the event was going to be. But there was going to be an event, and out of that event, we were going to invade Afghanistan. We were going to pipelines from the Caspian Sea. We were going to invade Iraq. Take over the oil fields, establish a base in the Middle East, and make it all part of the New World Order.
That day, and when I saw Building 7 come down, to me,
it fell within 7 seconds approximately from top to bottom. This building was built in the mid-80s and met all the codes at the time.
the fact that it looks like a perfect controlled demolition of an intact building.
John. D. Rockefeller Jr. established the Rockefeller dynasty in population control back in 1913 with the foundation of the Bureau of Social Hygiene, and later began financing the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute of Anthropology, Human Heredity, Hereditary and Eugenics, which conducted eugenics experiments in Nazi Germany with Rockefeller money. After the end of World War II, eugenics had lost momentum in the U.S. due to the open Nazi support for the program, and was rebranded as things such as molecular biology with the help from people like Julian Huxley, who has extensive ties to the United Nations. And through sustainable development, with the support of the Rockefellers and Rothschilds. Published at Bloomberg, which of course is owned by the same presidential candidate and head of the financial task force covered earlier in this report, recently published a report claiming that 11,000 top global scientists urgently declared that the Earth needs fewer people to avoid climate crisis. When you actually look at the document, it's really only about 2,000 scientists who supposedly signed this. And I wouldn't doubt that. When you see how the Rockefeller family has taken over universities across the country and installed their own like-minded people, it's not too far-fetched to think that they could get a couple thousand scientists to sign this. Now, once you have a greater understanding of what the agenda actually is, as presented in this report,
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it. Write for Pollution Booklet, Box 1771, Radio City Station, New York.
There